Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into the Real Psychic Investigators, and my name is Neru. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and get going on another esoteric psychic read and see what clues and indicators and helpful hints come out in the energy to help the investigators, FBI, CIA, DEA. Thank you so much for listening in. Thank you so much for providing your energy in these readings, okay? Because your energy and the cases that you're working on is the reason why this channel was created, okay? So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Also, I believe we have, let me check. Oh, Kima, Kima. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to this collective. Thank you so much for being a part of the journey. Let me go ahead and take a look and see if there's any other before we get going. Happy Saturday, happy Sabbath to everyone. Just as a reminder, the other channel, my other channel, is Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. Okay. The tablet moves a little slow. I apologize. Today is 9/13. That's a very special day for me. That is the birth date, 1947, 9/13, 1947 is the birthday of Linda Reichert, and Linda Reichert ascended in 2009. The natural reason was cancer, okay? But she was a pivotal part of helping establish the Rock of Central Florida, where I spent 20 years. That is a religious organization in Sanford, Florida. And it looks like I'm not seeing anyone else. Okay, yeah. So Kima. Okay. All right. So yes. Yeah. So she ascended Mother's Day weekend of 2009. Okay, Linda Reichert. Her maiden name is Robeson, just for synchronicity. Her father's name is Harry. She has a sister whose name is Ruth. Okay. She has a son whose name is James and a daughter whose name is Kimberly. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the energy. Okay. We have the Three of Cups, Knight of Cups. And that was a confirmation knock. So we have some energy coming in, news coming in. You, investigators, you could be about to deliver some information to someone, good or bad. And whatever that information is going to put someone in that, okay? Whoever the perpetrator is going to put them in that energy, okay? This also, it could be a team of investigators, okay? And a lot of our cases it's multiple agencies that are working on these cases because they are so far spread and they run so deep, all the different cells and connections and all that sort of thing. Looking at the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, that came out today on Esoteric Guidance. I did a Sabbath service today, live Sabbath service, and that came out, okay, and the Wheel of Fortune came out in that reading, okay, and that reading was done at the end. In that live, I shared from the 7 spiritual laws of success, specifically law number 4, which is the law of least effort. If you are curious or would like to pick up that book, it is written by Deepak Chopra. Last name Chopra. Okay, Deepak, Deepak Chopra. All right. So for the collective, okay, this is the truth. Okay, this is the truth. This right here is prosperity, okay, or the information that leads to it. Okay, and here we go. Okay. That Ace of Cups could represent intuition. Okay. We have the 2 of Wands. Yvonne, thank you so much. Please provide any indicators, any names, places, dates for the investigative cases that are going on currently throughout the world. Provide any information that you desire. Okay, show this to you just how I have it. We have the Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so for the collective, you already know the choice to make. Okay, or divine is going to tell you. So normally in the upright, the 2 of Swords represents someone who has a choice to make. Okay, this way or that way. Okay, a choice to make. But in the reverse, okay, the choice has already been made. Okay, so we have the Hierophant in the upright. Okay, so someone who is highly intuitive. Here we go. Someone who is highly intuitive. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be news coming in about your money. We have the Lovers. So divine energy, divine masculine, divine feminines coming together. Okay, we have the Hermit out here. Okay, this will bring you out of Hermit energy. Okay, we have the 4 of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Okay, no need to get too excited because it's divine timing, but right now that's some pretty good energy. Oh, what's this? Oh, 3 of Pentacles. And the High Priestess. Okay, 3 of Pentacles and the High Priestess. All right, so we'll go ahead and get some, pull a couple of lifestyle cards, and then we'll go ahead and get into the messages. Divine, what are the messages through these lifestyle cards or indicators or indications that the investigators and government agencies that are investigating these cases need to see, hear, or confirm? See, hear, or confirm. Okay. Okay. Someone's lovesick. Okay. Someone's lovesick. Cupid vomiting. Okay. Divine is asking us to be calm, collective, government agencies, all the ICE raids and whatever else is going on right now. I think President Trump just sent troops to Chicago. Okay, there's a chance that needs to be taken, or someone took a chance, they gambled. Okay, and so take a look at this. Take a look at this, investigators and collective. We have a vomiting Cupid, and we have the big bully preventing Cupid from moving forward towards love. So, where's that Lover's card? So, there have been demonic spirits in the background, natural or spiritual, okay? Or I should say natural and spiritual, or just spiritual, right? But there have been forces that have been hindering your love connection, collective. Okay? I almost said divine source. Divine source. There has been the enemy. Here is the enemy hindering your love connection to your divine priest and priestess. Divine, they're hindering your connection to your divine priests and priestess. Okay? And their journey. All right? We have the broken bed. Okay? For no magic in the bedroom anymore. Maybe that's one of the places where they were doing witchcraft. Okay? We have a conflict. Okay? So someone is conflicted. Okay? They don't know if they want to be vegan or carnivore. Okay? Okay? What's another one? Vegan, vegetarian, carnivore. What's another one? I don't know. I can't think of another one. Okay, there you go. All right, and you see they're not even on the path. It looks like they're trying to block it. And then we have this here, and this is the equivalent of the Ace of Pentacles. So that's a confirmation on the Wheel of Fortune. All right, let's go ahead and get them inserted into the stack, and let's see what messages Divine has for us. Okay, interestingly, we did not get any message tarot, so we'll see what comes out. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday, whatever you decide to do, wherever you decide to go. The weather's probably cooling off for much of the United States. Again, it's been raining for most of the day here, and today was heavy rains. Today was definitely heavy rains. Okay. I've been in for the most part. I did go out to grab dinner a little while ago. And I actually sat at the restaurant and ate, rather than most of the time I bring it back to the hotel, but I actually sat out and ate. It was nice. It was very, very nice, actually, the weather and all that. Lots of people out. Malaysia, Southeast Asia comes alive in the evening, typically because of the heat. So a lot of the vendors and all of that, they come out in the evening time. So it's like a different type of marketplace in the evening. It kind of transforms in a lot of different cities in the country. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Again, thank you so much for taking out time to listen. Kansas, okay, Wichita. When I played freshman basketball in high school at Naperville North in Naperville, Illinois, we had a coach, I can't remember his name. He was also a guidance counselor. Our freshman basketball coach had a play, and it was called Wichita. He was a big Purdue fan. He went to Purdue. Boilermakers. Okay, so there could be something about Purdue Is Purdue in Ohio? Where is Purdue? I don't even know. Where is Purdue University located? Indiana, West Lafayette, Indiana. Okay, so there could be something about Indiana. I'm mentioning it. Okay, but he had a play and it was called Wichita. Okay, and it was so funny because he used to yell Wichita all the time. Wichita, 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 Wichita. And in fact, the warlock Kevin, he would and that's a confirmation. And the warlock Kevin, he he would he would make fun of him all the time after the games. He would be yelling Wichita all the time. All right. So an exorcism is needed. This exorcism could be needed in Kansas or Indiana or somewhere else that's due to come out in the reading. An exorcism. Investigators. Are you guys working on getting comfortable with working with intuitive beings on the planet? Are you guys getting comfortable with that, or are you talking about that? Working with intuitive beings to help solve your cases in a more expedient manner. We have Kendall, the bed, okay, broke down. Could be something about Kendall's bed, Ken's bed, okay. Also, by the way, I don't think I've mentioned this on this channel. I did write a short book, a short story, short something, okay. You can find it on Amazon Kindle, and you can also find it on Goodreads. The title is My Father, Your King. Okay, My Father, Your King, and it is about that warlock. Okay, Amazon Kindle or Goodreads.com. Okay. Investigators, take a look at the names. Yvette, Yvonne, Ivanka. Okay. I had a couple of dreams last night. Someone might be investigators. Are you familiar with the Madonna Whore Complex? The Madonna Whore Complex. It's a theory presented by Sigmund Freud. The Madonna Whore Complex. Jamal, Jacob, Jacoby, Jocelyn. In the live today, there was a Jacob that was on the channel. That was in the live today on Esoteric Guidance. Okay. Oh, and that's on the lovers. So those names again. Also, love your enemy from a distance. Okay. Love your enemies from a distance. Sean, Shauna. Lori. Okay. One side of the Four of Cups. Other side, you should have left already. Okay. So someone's in a situation where they should have left already. Perhaps you didn't for financial reasons. Perhaps you didn't because you have a flat tire, or spiritually you do, meaning you can't leave or you're afraid to leave. Okay. Okay, so we have the bully who's been stopping your love. Okay, stopping your divine union. We have the bully on Grandpa. Okay. And Michelle. So chances of your grandpa doing this is highly unlikely. Right? So there could be a Michelle. Okay? There could be something about another U.S. attorney coming out, meaning an unaliving. Okay? There could be something in the news that's going to be another Natalie Holloway. Okay. Her mother's name is Elizabeth. That may be significant for you. Ace of Cups. on one side of like Natalie, or no, that's not. Oh, using a fake name. Okay? So DEA, FBI. Again, I sent I sent an email to Chase Bank's executive office in regards to some things that I saw on my credit the other day. And they did respond, and I did let them know that my identity was being stolen, has been stolen, and there is an FBI investigation. Okay? And they did assure me that they are looking into it. You're probably already in touch with them. They've probably already reached out to you. Okay? Because someone's using a fake name, my name, or your name, collective. Okay? The name Regina could be significant for your journey. Regina or Gina. Okay? And people do these things often because of unhealed childhood wounds, whether from this lifetime or a previous. Okay? Someone's being reckless. Okay? That reckless energy probably puts you in hermit mode, collective. Okay? And someone could be Greco-Roman or Greco. Those two names separately are significant. Okay? So someone's reckless behavior put you in the hermit mode. But it was for your good. Okay? Because it helped you to ascend and awaken to who you really truly are. And that really truly is the journey and purpose of the whole kit and caboodle. That is the whole purpose. As draining, as frustrating, as exhausting, as frustrating, whatever. I think I said frustrating. As whatever it is, the ultimate goal here on earth is for us to ascend to our highest, purest, truest self. 2102 on the video timer. 2202, I'm sorry, 222 on the video timer. Okay? The Hermit. So it probably kicked you into a dark night of the soul or ego death, something. Okay? Next we have germs. That makes sense with the vomiting Cupid, right? Germs. Okay? And someone's going to be needing to say no thank you to the offer, to the invite. To the offer, to the invite. Hang out, whatever that is. Confirmations, wow. All right. The name Delois could be significant, collective. Investigators, Delois or Lois or Lewis. Witness is being threatened, okay? So there is a witness that's being threatened. Investigators, please protect them. There is a witness that's being threatened. Okay? Somewhere. On witnesses being threatened, we have the Hierophant and lying to get a promotion or a rank. The name Barry. It could be also a street. Barry Avenue, Barry Road, Barry Boulevard. We have the name Cassandra on one side of the gambler or the take a chance, and Keisha. So Cassandra, Keisha, and then Nakisha right behind it. So there's a Keisha somewhere. Nakisha, LaKeisha, Keisha. Okay? Keisha could live in Atlanta. Okay, Cassandra could live in Atlanta. Nakisha could live in Atlanta. The next contestant on Here Comes Karma. Okay. I think in November is the next Mercury retrograde. Let me check. When is the next Mercury retrograde? So we have the Two of Swords. Okay, remember this came out in the reverse. Okay, for the decision already being made, it came out in reverse. Hello, country. I should have been a cowboy. Should have learned to rope and ride. Hey, Toby Keith. You with us today, baby? Toby, 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 Toby. Okay? Shout out to him, his family, his bloodline. Shout out to Toby Keith. Okay? This could be in the works for you collective. Okay? So someone's the next contestant on Here Comes Karma. Okay? Someone could be a country music star. That's a part of whatever the investigation is, or a part of your journey, or what have you. Okay, country music star, Toby Keith. All right, TKKT, initials, as it resonates. Okay, we have the conflict card, splitting emotional starvation, I think that says. And Jessica's lover did it. So Jessica's lover did it. CIA, DEA, President Trump, FBI. Okay. J. Edgar Hoover building, that's the FBI headquarters. Okay. Jessica's lover did it. Whoever Jessica is, Aber or another Jessica. Okay. Okay, here's emotionally starved. Okay. Someone's using someone else's social security number. Okay, Dallas, the formal name, or Dallas, Texas. Some of you might be old enough to remember the TV show Dallas, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. For the Master Money Manifester. Master Money Manifester. Okay. Feminine energy right there. Dallas. On the other side of Dallas, we have the letter Z. Okay. All right. I heard about something at a zoo the other day in Thailand. A zookeeper was mauled to death by tigers on a safari. The zookeeper was. So zoology, okay? A Z name, okay? This name, that says Kalila. Could be Callie, could be Khalil Mack. Okay. We have Brown, Charleston, Cochran. Okay, Brown, Charleston, Cochran. Charleston, South Carolina, Brown. Okay, Bobby Brown. There's a first name, last name, same initial, Bobby Brown. Okay, and Cochran. Johnny, somebody could be an attorney who's watching this, or a lawyer. There's a difference between a lawyer and an attorney. One can represent you in court and one does not. They just have a law degree. Okay, a JD. Could be initials, JD, DJ. Okay, there's something about a divine appointment at some point in time. Okay. One of the things that I'm working on right now is removing my energy from the expectation of when. That's a hard-ass fucking thing to do when you've been on this journey for as long as I have. And you've had a wife taken, you've had kidney transplant, you were on dialysis for 4.5 years, and your business was taken from you and clients stolen from you, PPP loans taken out on your name and your business's name. That's a very, 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 and then the isolation for the last 3 years. That is a very, very challenging thing for me to do, but I'm doing it. Releasing the wind. Okay? Because for all I know, I could be here for another 5 years waiting for justice to come in. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that would be disappointing. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Transfer of wealth. Okay. But I know that my efforts will do nothing to speed up divine timing. It will only delay divine timing if I continue to try to control it. So, release it. Okay? Three of Pentacles. Okay? You might be rolling with just three Pentacles, whatever that means for you. Okay? But there's a transfer of wealth and blood evidence. Okay? Also, someone could have planted evidence. Watch out for that, DEA, FBI, CIA. Watch out for planted evidence. Okay? Watch out for it. Okay? Someone could have put the victim's blood wherever, okay? Or created a fake persona online, okay? Trying to be someone else, fake evidence, blood evidence, okay? That's the equivalent of the, oh, there's an informant nearby. That's the equivalent of the Ace of Pentacles. Informant nearby, the name Blair, the Blair Witch Project, okay? I think that was based out of the University of Central Florida. So Florida, the Blair Witch Project, UCF. When did the Blair Witch Project come out? 1998? Blair Witch Project. $1999. Okay, I was already in the military. I was trying to guess. But 1999. Okay, so Blair. Okay, this could be someone's first name, last name. On the other side of that, that comes out with the High Priestess and new wheels. So we have a new car, new house, possible, right? Either one of those, both of those. Okay. With whatever's coming in for you financially, collective, whatever that happens to be. Okay, we have this name. That name comes out often. Okay. They are in this energy, at least the one that I identify with. They are in this energy if they are still living here on Earth. Okay, and you are a gatherer, collective. DEA, FBI, you are a gatherer. You are a gatherer of facts, a gatherer. It doesn't matter. You could be a first lieutenant. You could be a sergeant. You could be a corporal. Okay, you could be on the police force for 2 weeks. You are a gatherer of truth. That is your responsibility. That is your oath to serve and protect. Serve and protect is the truth. You can only serve and protect with the truth. You can't serve and protect with a lie. A lie is witchcraft. So when they lie to you, investigators, tell them they're using witchcraft on me. Tell them, you're using witchcraft on me. Stop lying to me. It's lying is witchcraft. Okay? Lying is witchcraft. Jeremiah could be significant for a case that you all are studying. We have a trust fund connected to the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? So here we go. So we have trust fund, Wheel of Fortune, and Amy. Okay? So Amy could be the one who's receiving this trust fund. Amy could be the one who has this trust fund, who left it to you. Okay? Or Amy could be the one bringing in this trust fund to you. Amy and the trust fund. Okay? Something's counterfeit, obviously. The name Sherry, I think that came out in our last reading. Investigators. Sherry. Shelley. Sherry. Could be something about a real estate company. We have a Knight of Cups. Okay. For a favorable offer. Cam and Thaddeus on the other side of Sherry. Cam, Thaddeus. Okay. Cam, Thaddeus. Cameron, Thaddeus. With the wands, we got the Ace of Wands here. Look at what this says. I wonder, will this come out in due time? The Biden administration ordered the hit. What hit? FBI? DEA? Tell me, what hit? Which one? Which one? Okay. Lucas, Edward, Lewis, Liam. Okay. Okay, someone could be a 90s kid. Someone could want to invite you out for drinks. Again, use your own discernment as to whether or not you want to go or should. Okay. So we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. The tongue is the strongest muscle in the human body. The ass is the biggest. So, tongue, sharp, cuts. Okay? That's why your words are life and death. Okay? So, here we come with the truth. Somebody is. Okay? I think Divine's funny the way that he created us, with the tongue being the strongest muscle and the ass being the biggest, or gluteus maximus for scientific. Okay, something about Detroit. We have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Okay, so collaborations. This could be happening in Detroit. Okay, these collaborations could be happening in Detroit. All right. So that's it for the tarot and lifestyle cards for now. So we're going to go ahead and let's see, pull a couple more cards randomly. Never really is random, you know. Never really is. All right, Divine Source. Thank you so much for the intuitive investigators, and I want to say Light Force that's working on things for us. Yeah. I'm just really seeing the journey very differently. And again, for me, releasing when information comes in. Okay, Divine, give us some messages to help the investigators further solve their cases. Okay, messages are Chinese food, so someone eats a lot of takeout. Again, this card comes out all the time on this channel. It rarely comes out on esoteric guidance. Again, because agents, they are on the go all the time, so they eat a lot of takeout. Okay. Also, Florence, this has been coming out. Florence, South Carolina, Flo Jo, Florence Griffith Joyner. Also, she passed on 9/28. Okay, 9/28. Okay, at the age of 38. Flo Jo. Okay, iconic starseed track star. Okay, and Fatal Toxins, and also Polly Holiday. Polly Holiday recently passed, and her name on the 80s TV show Alice was Flo. Okay, so there's something about flow. Could be something about something flowing. All right, Divine, what is the next messages that investigators need in order to solve their crimes, solve their cases? Okay, Lucille is a name that you need DEA, FBI to solve your crimes. Lucille. Okay, something's looking to be reciprocal. Okay, some type of relationship, some type of collaboration, some type of connection looking to be reciprocal. Divine, what's the next message that would help the investigators close their cases, bring justice to those victims who are in need of justice? Jelly Bean, Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant, Joe Jelly Bean Bryant. So Joe, Joseph, Kobe, Bryant, Brian. Okay? His parents are racist, or were. Joe was. He's gone now, but he was. He was a racist. Kobe didn't invite them to him and Vanessa's wedding because they were racist. I wouldn't invite my parents to my wedding either, to my divine union, if they were racist. Stay your ass at home if you don't like the bride I picked. So they didn't invite him. Okay? Because they didn't like Vanessa. They wanted Kobe to marry a brown person. How superficial. Surely in another life, Vanessa was their color and they were Vanessa's color or culture. Just the ignorance of man. Just the straight ignorance, Joe Jellybean Bryant. Just the straight ignorance of you. Okay? And your wife, whatever her name is. Card games. Okay? So, someone in this energy could be someone that you used to play card games with. Okay? We saw the gambler. Okay, so card games, poker, any card game. Something about a tsunami. So, tsunami on the way in Malaysia. We are in the rainy season. Tsunami. Okay. Next, what are some other indicators, divine source, that would help the investigators solve their cases? Okay. Someone lacks effort. Okay. Because they're immature. So investigators, I hope that's not you, and I was getting confirmation burps. So someone who's definitely a part of this me, you, investigators, collective, somebody lacks effort. Okay. Again, divine timing is affected to the negative when beings do not follow their intuition. In any situation, in any point in time in life, whenever you do not follow your intuition and you choose otherwise, immature, and that delays things. Okay? That delays things. All right, divine? Let's see, a couple more to help investigators close out their cases and bring justice to the collective. Lavina Lynn Johnson, I'm thinking about you. Throat chakra protection. Okay? Throat chakra protection. Okay? Throat chakra protection collective, DEA, when you need to speak, okay? And you need to speak the truth, but it's something that you know is going to be challenging to hear or challenging to say. Before you go into the meeting, before you go into the press room, okay? Chakra meditation on your throat. Okay? So that you can speak confidently, and on your solar plexus, which is right below your rib cage, okay? Your sternum, okay? Right below your sternum, okay? Right here. Take a couple minutes, okay? All right? See stagnation. So throat chakra protection, stagnation, lack of effort. You see that? Immature. You see that? So someone could have had a lack of effort in their relationship with you, collective. Someone could have had a lack of effort. Lackadaisical. Going through the motions. They said they were going to work. They really weren't going to work. When they were at work, they really weren't working. They were bent over the desk, spread over the desk. They were doing something. Okay? Let's see. Do your return to senders, investigators. When they do witchcraft against you, you can do your return to senders. Okay? Do your return to senders. You are all 4 kings or queens in the deck. Okay? So some of you who are watching this, you are all 4 kings or queens in the deck. Okay? And again, do your sacral magic, because that says vaginal pleasure. So Tyrone could be significant for your journey. HireAHitman.com. Someone sultry. Rachel. Lieutenant Joe Kenda. Time for a new start. Resurrection. Okay? Thank you so much, investigators, DEA, FBI, CIA, Interpol, investigators of other countries outside of the U.S., private investigators that have their own consulting firms. Thank you so much for all that you do, and of course, collective. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for being a part of the journey. My name is Nehru. This is the Real Psychic Investigators, where we are exposing the truth about the karmic situations, not just in our lives, but around the world overall. Thank you so much as always, and be encouraged.